All right, guys, welcome back to Me to You, and I am Mark,
And I'm Shirin.
and we want to thank you guys as always for joining us and be on this journey with us. We are, I can't, well, I'm so enthusiastic. I can speak for myself. I can speak for my lady, but I'm so happy in every moment we get a chance to be here with you guys because for one, I'm just happy in myself as a being I am, but then two, to be able to share this with such a beautiful woman and someone that loves me and appreciates me through everything that we go through. Great things. I mean, great things as you see our environment, even the battles we have to go through to build each other, to grow with each other. It's I can't tell you how happy I am to be at this juncture in my life, to be with someone so amazing and to share these moments. And to be able to bring it to you guys. So we have something unique that we want to talk to you guys about, as we always do, right? That we want to talk to you guys about. But before we get into that unique thing, I'll let my baby share her piece of where she is right now in her life with us and our journey being here in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, as you see the Twin Towers behind us.
Yeah, hello everyone. Uh, we have such a nice experience together, and we have such a nice chance to know each other. And we start with Kuala Lumpur between these very beautiful and calm, in peace people. Here, good things. We don't need to worry about the vibe, about people. Well, here they are so in peace and they are so kind. The special, I'm worried about getting more weight because the food here is amazing.
Facts.
It's so good,
Facts.
super good. During this week, not a lot of things happened, but today we had a small arguing about listening. Actually, listening. Like the conversation was about me and something about my past, about the relationship I have between my dad, between me and my dad, and he wants to explain something to me, and we just I couldn't handle this conversation because I get emotional and
No, she handled it. She handled it. You did great. You handled it. You just couldn't handle it. You handled it.
uh, yeah, it's not about handling. It's about like that was new for me, you know. That was new for me to allow to someone to guide me for these things because your personal and private relationship, it's part of your emotion. So when you explain it to and you cannot explain it to everyone, so when you explain it to your partner, it's very hard, like you telling something very important, and your acceptation that moment is gonna be so different than when you explain it to your therapist, because that moment you want your partner really understand you. But men as a partner, they are different than therapists, than your therapist. I think men in relationship, when woman explain about traumas, about previous life, about last, about everything happened for before for them, men cannot be like therapists or cannot be like emotional people to say, oh, poor girl. Men, they wanna
Solve.
solve. Yeah, exactly. They want to explain. They want to talk. They want to connect. They want to teach. So that moment you get emotional, you are so close to crying, and your man just take already the billboard and write lesson number 1, this and this and this and this, which is right. But in that moment, because you are so emotional, your brain cannot work because you are so into your emotional things. Feelings. You just control yourself to not cry. So it's happened today, but that was the first time. Actually, he asked about my dad, and because this is very heavy things for me, I cannot explain it very well. It's very hard to me to I explain my relationship with my dad or with anyone, with everything. We have to learn of each other. This person, especially this person, me or him. How's my feeling when I want to talking about I don't want to say trauma. It's a not nice name. Or about my things, about my feelings, about something that makes me emotional.
Your
About
history, your
my
past, your
experience.
history, your experience, your history, your past. Yeah.
Yeah, because trauma is not a nice name, I think. Trauma comes from very weakness time, which is weakness is part of your process of your life, which is okay. But I want to say you have to learn how you can discuss with your partner, this person, because you want to communicate with this person. Okay, we have some general things, like when you want to communicate with someone, you have to be 1, 2, 3. But how's this person? If some arguing happen, which is scratch your ego, is okay. I think it should be happen. Like today, because we already promised to each other not to get angry, and we try to communicate, even not that even moments, because we are get emotional, maybe we are angry, maybe our egos just comes up and not allowed to us to be mirror with the reality. That moment we try to not speak to each other, and we find a good time and we start for communication. All the things I want to say, some people say communication is key. Yes, it's key, but start for communication is much more important. Because if you find a good time, use the good words, explain good with respect, and be in real, not be fair, talk like fair, not like all the time you want to push your partner down because you want to feel yourself up. And being fair, this is much more important than just you start to say, yo, I want to talk to you, let's communication, this is your fault, this is not work, and this is not communication.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
So what we want to kind of bring to you guys is there are levels to communication. And as in life, each level brings its own struggles. Each level brings its own problems, but also brings solutions, also brings clarity, also brings bliss and peace. So there's levels to communication. So we surmised after we had the discussion that we had to get us to, because it was a very touchy discussion, as she said, a very close to her heart, sensitive discussion about her father. And anybody, my father, my mother, my daughter, her, if you talk about any of these things, I'm going to, be emotional, right? Especially her, because she's the most important thing right now in my life. If I talk about her in a certain way, I'm going to be emotional before I become rational or get to my logic state, right? So there's levels to communication is what I'm saying. What we talked about was in our partnership, in our relationship as a partnership, when she brought the conversation to me about her father, I proceeded to communicate to ask her more questions, to go deeper into her relationship, deeper into what she feels from the experiences that she has, that she wants to convey at this particular point. So there's a level of communication to start the process, right? Now, in that communication, you get to another level, a level of acceptance or rejection, right? There was a level at first in the communication where there was a level of acceptance for her of my question. Obviously, there was a level of acceptance from me for asking her the questions that I wanted to engage in to figure out further, to know her further, to know the situation further, right? So acceptance was there on both parts. Now, acceptance to rejection. Because of, or even acceptance of, I shouldn't say just rejection, because it's such a sensitive topic, can I say the word? Sensitive topic, not to talk fast. Because it is such a sensitive topic, there's a level of you want to hear something from her end, right? She wants to hear or receive pure receptiveness from me, openness from me of just listening, right? And that's all fair. Now, from my end, because again, like she said, man, as she says, mans or men, men, we like to solve a problem, right? When we hear it, or when we hear from someone we love or someone that we care about, we want to get to a solution, right? We want to get to like, okay, what? Let's cut all the middle stuff and let's get to a resolution, right? And hopefully we get that resolution. Then I feel like this is where the ego comes in for most men and even myself, that if I solve your problem, then you feel like I'm there for you and you know that I'm your man, right? So the communication that I gave was I want to solve, and there was a level of from myself, unbeknownst to her, but she still felt it because she's feeling it now because she's emotional. I want to be the one to solve her logical issues and emotions with the problem, right? So that level now either gets accepted or rejected. Of course, because it's so sensitive to her heart and so sensitive of a topic, it got rejected because and let me say this, I didn't help the acceptance of it because my delivery was, come on now, you're better than this. You worked on yourself, da 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 da. It was more like, I'm still thinking like, I've seen the work she's done on herself. Like, how could you not know that what you're saying right now is not conducive to the work you've done? So what ends up happening is rejection. And she's right to do that, right? All these things we had to, as a partnership, as a relationship, we have to work through all these things. Because now, like she said, we continue to have a separation through the day for a period of time that was longer than what we normally do, because we normally are very, as you see right now, we're very close. We generally normally are very, very close, no matter what, right? But because this particular conversation set her apart from me, we had distance, emotional distance, spiritual distance, all that great stuff, right? So that being said, because those things happened, we had to be able to come back and say, hey, look, what's going on between us? Why are we having this distance? Why are we having this separation? What do you feel? What did I say? What happened? Now, because I'm the man and because I'm in my ego and I'm emotional now, because I'm like, how dare you not stay with the same energy, right? I come to her with the wrong energy. And so that almost shifted into a different dynamic, right? And we're being 100, as we always are, transparent with you to let you know, like, we go through different things in our relationship, as everybody does, to try to figure out what's going on with our positioning in our relationship when we're frustrated or even when we're happy, right? When we're ecstatic with each other. So that being said, she's absolutely correct. You have to watch your levels of communication and recognize and give each other grace to the levels of communication is what this basically boils down to. I said all that to say,
No,
there are levels to communication.
yeah, it's good because we actually complete my everything I wanna say. Like, so I need you.
Because it's only in English, mind you. If we're speaking Farsi or Arabic or Turkish, she got that, but only because it's English right now we're talking about.
No, but for this kind of education, we need even like much more vocabulary, because we have to telling you guys the correct words, because we actually educate you guys. They actually explain our feelings. Explain our feelings is not easy. It's sometimes you feel mad, you feel sad. Sometimes you have some feeling which is you don't know what's going on. So it's very good to find a connection with your feelings, and you can talk about your feelings. So this is the highest level with connection with your feelings, when you can talk, when you can find the good words and correct words, and which is Marc can do it very well. About when he said we are so close, this close is not just about the relationship. we are so neutralize each other. Like we were even talking about food, like we have a same taste, which is he doesn't like the cheese because he has
Lactose.
yes,
Dairy,
lactose.
dairy.
Yes. Me too. I have
you do.
and I've used the probiotic tablet every morning.
I know, right?
You
That's
know?
why.
Yeah. So we are so neutralize each other. Like we are similar. Our taste, our habit, our why is not happen accidentally. The things I said to him. Don't afraid to being alone, afraid to being alone for long term, and you didn't work on yourself. Because
So don't be afraid to be alone.
yeah.
Be afraid to be alone and not having work on yourself is what you're saying.
Yes.
Do not be afraid to be afraid to be alone, but don't be more afraid to be alone and not having worked on yourself is what she's trying to say.
Yes, because when you go to a relationship is actually court for action. There is, you have to do like 80% action, 20% sit and watching and listening. So when you are alone, when you are single, this is 100% your time. You can invest 100%, study, educate, learn, work, listen, or go to classes, talk to therapists. But when you go to relationship, now you have to do action. You have to show yourself. So you have to show yourself to your partner. You have to do something. And when you don't know what you want, when you don't know where you are in relationship, you just find someone and build something, and you don't know where you are, anything can happen, and this can affect you and your time and your life and your emotion as well. So a lot of people complaining, I mean, I'm single, I'm alone, no, I don't have, no, this is a very great time. This is
Great time.
very good time for you.
If you're working on yourself.
If you work, yeah, because when you work on yourself, you are fully present. You don't allow to yourself your waste your time and your energy for bullshit things. When you are present,
Oh, wait, go ahead.
yeah, when you are present, you know the value of your time. So you don't waste it with party, which is party is fine. Talking about waste your time. You can go party and enjoy because you are present and you wanna have fun and you wanna enjoy at your time because you need it. You don't do the party because you just don't have nothing to do and you just wanna go be drunk and just back home late and sleep, and daytime you are asleep, night. This is not life. Do you want to say it?
Yeah, and I want to piggyback on what you're saying, because the other thing is too, don't think just because you go become a workaholic in trying to work on yourself, because you dive into school or you dive into your job, you dive into your career, that you're working on yourself. There's a fine line between everything that we're saying. Working on oneself is literally just that. It's literally, like she said, getting a therapist. It's literally reading the books that are talking about emotional intelligence. It's reading the books that have you go back into your childhood. Unfortunately, the term that's used right now, traumas or things that have scared you or things you have tried to run away from. Because you can dive into doing work, constructive quality, like staying away from clubs, staying away from activity, not drinking, not smoking, not having, random sex with random partners. But those things are great, but they still can be the escape from actually dealing with yourself and dealing with what's going on with you. And what we want you to understand is, when we say work on you, is just like what we say in physical activity and training, because she's kinesiology certified. She has a legion of people who buy her workout programs. I've been doing it for 20 years. I train celebrities in the United States for years. I'm in great shape. So we both understand the due diligence of actually doing proper training, not just going to the gym, not just going for a slight walk to burn, to walk 10,000 steps. No, we're talking about actual training that will shape, cut the body up, give you striation, keep you healthy, keep you strong, but also give you a certain aesthetic look, right? So there's a certain way you have to train to bring that about. The same way with taking care of yourself. What she's saying is being alone, be okay with being single, but yeah, just because you stay away from the club, if you stay away from the club but you're still scrolling on YouTube, listening at things that don't have any substance, or scrolling through things on Instagram that don't have any substance, that doesn't mean you're working on yourself. That doesn't mean you're staying away from the clubs. And what you say, I'm better than the person who's drinking alcohol. I'm better than the person who's having random sex. Well, if the person who's having random sex, if that's their thing, to be able to sit down and with a person and figure out themselves and really say, okay, well, I felt this energy from this, and they sit down and get still and say, I felt this negative energy from this person. I don't ever want to do that again. I want to now make sure I don't do a one night stand. That is still working on oneself, okay? So there's levels to everything that we do in this world. There's levels to everything but you have to be able to go deep into each level. Well, one thing we talked about when we were on a tour yesterday, we took a tour around Kuala Lumpur. We had a great tour guide, and he was fantastic. And one thing he talked about was...
Sit straight, because...
One thing he talked about was... my torso is only but so tall, so like I'm like...
Yes. No, like a little bit, just go back, because in the camera, yeah.
I told you we were low on the camera. I told you that. I told you we were low on the camera.
Yeah, he told me. I just wanted to be a good friend, maybe. Sorry. Tour guide.
Yesterday, we're talking to a tour guide. He said something important about the fact that people, we don't want to look at our reflection. So just like water, when water ripples in any way, shape, or form, and you look at it, you can't see yourself. When water is extremely still, that's when we get the reflection of ourself, right? That's when you can look at yourself, and you can really, now, if you're willing to, look at who you are and see yourself for who you are. It's the same thing with life, what he was talking about analogous to life. We don't want to be still in life. And we don't want it, once we're still though, we don't want to do the work of actually looking at what we see. We want things to be shaky and chaotic and entropy. We want life to be chaotic. And we think in that, by me trying to solve the problems, me trying to, manage this, manage that's me working. No, that's not you working on you. This is why people get so enthralled with the yoga and Buddhist and the monk and any type of religious thing that they think is so unique outside their culture, because they're trying to find that level of peace and that level of introspection. And you can do it on your own. So I agree with what she's saying 100%, but do not get it convoluted with or overthink that just because you're not doing this over here, that you're doing this over here, because you need to be doing this right here. That's up to you to figure out what the fuck that is. But you have to really realize, just because you're not doing this and you're not doing this, if you're not doing this in between that, you're still not doing what you need to do to be better you. So being alone, that's why they say still waters run deep. If you're in the middle of the ocean somewhere, if you ever talk to anybody that's been on a Navy vessel or ship, they've been on some kind of long voyage. They talk about how there's almost an endless look of the ocean, and it's like a glass, a mirror out there. Like the water does not move. At that particular point, any oceanologist or anybody that studies water would tell you that means that the water is extremely deep. Like extremely deep. If you were to get in that water, in that part of the ocean, you're not going to make it to the bottom by any means without some kind of gear or some kind of, even with that, it has to be special gear. Meaning, still waters at the top run very deep. If we want to go deep within ourselves to bring out our best self, we have to be able to be still, and we have to be able to be alone and be in isolation for a period of time, but work on oneself to bring out everything about oneself. That way, when we get a chance to get involved with a love or someone else, it becomes not so unearthing where we are unable to be together. It's going to be conflict, and there's going to be disagreement. And conflict doesn't always mean conflict of you want to separate. It means conflict. She has her way, I have my way. But because we have been still at some point and she works on herself and I work on myself, there's still a level of, we recognize, okay, at some point, what's the main thing? The main thing. The main thing is main thing. I love her. I know she's quality. She loves me. She knows I'm quality. Not just I love you. It's I respect and appreciate who you are. Now I know who you are right now is quality for me to grow, and you're only reflecting to me what I need to see to work on. And I'm okay with that. And we figure it out. And I'm big enough and small enough to say I'm sorry, or I didn't recognize. Thank you for sharing that with me because I needed that. And you are why I chose you as the person I chose you to be for me, because you're going to help me dig deep. And I will tell you and I will share with you, I'm sorry, or I messed up, or I didn't get it. And thank you for being patient and giving me the grace to recognize that and then sharing that with me so I can grow.
You're welcome, mother.
Thank you. Just like a woman, she said, you're welcome. No, thank you. No, sorry.
I said sorry 1 million times, baby. Not 1 million times. How many times I said sorry?
You say sorry.
I said, yeah.
You say sorry.
I said first sorry today.
Yeah, no, you did.
It's not actually what's the name? Game or war, or it's not game to who said first sorry, or who said first I love you, who said first. If you guys still busy, your brain busy with who said first, I have to telling you, you have to work on yourself.
Yep.
Don't proud of yourself. You are what you call yourself, grown ups.
If you're a grown ass man or a grown ass woman.
Yeah, just proud of yourself because you are grown man or grown woman. So you don't need work on yourself, and working on yourself is not about time. It should be you have to go for it, because when you learn, when you choose to learn, the opportunity comes. So when you choose to learn, the good relationship, the good people can actually they are there all the time. You can see them because your quality getting much more glowing. You can see your quality. Now you know what you want and you choose this person. The things happen for me. Why I choose Marc? Because I know what I want. I date a lot of times. I seen a lot of men around me, a lot of men because of my situation, because of my platform, and because of the place I live, at gym, everywhere. But I know what I want, so I choose him because I felt he has the same standard with me, and we can grow together, and we can learn. When you put in your brain everything coming to teach you something, everything coming to if you see everything, any kind of arguing, any kind of fighting, even. I hope never happen in relationship. And
I disagree with that. I think fighting, good quality. We say fighting like trauma.
Yeah.
Good conflict, good conflict resolution, or good disagreement, conflict, or fighting. Keep it relative. Again, like if you yelling at each other, screaming and cussing each other out, like belittling each other. No, that's putting hands on each other. Like no. Right? But disagreement still can lead to a level of I feel disconnected. Because at the end of the day, it's the disconnection for loved ones, right? When you feel disconnected from me, right? And I feel disconnected from you, right? Because you feel hurt from me, from what I said, or you feel like what I said didn't align with where you were at that moment in time, right? Or vice versa. That's fighting, that's conflict, that's disagreement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, if the main thing is the main thing,
yeah.
Again, just like we said in other episodes, iron sharpens iron. The only way iron sharpens iron is it has to literally do this, right?
Yeah.
And in that iron on iron, what does it do? Create sparks, right?
Yeah.
Because it's two things trying to sharpen one another that are hard, right? Yeah. But you're saying by doing this, we're trying to get a groove here. We're trying to get a groove on this one. So we need those two things, it's going to better itself, right? Yeah. If you're cutting coal from a diamond to make a diamond, You have to use a deep laser to cut through that coal, right? But you know it's a diamond underneath that. And if I notice a diamond that I have in my hand, I'm going to work on that laser cutting through, because I know by the time I cut through that and I create this diamond, right? But this is the thing, we're both diamonds, right?
Thank you, sir.
And you're gonna cut me and I'm gonna cut you, and in the pursuit of, we're already here, we're trying to go here. I don't think that anything, we're in any business, no business anybody starts, even when you have a great idea and great investment and great, marketing and all that, it's still going to go through its evolution, right? And that evolution is going to be difficult at times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not going to hit, the market standard. You're not going to, hit the profit margins you thought you were going to hit, right?
Yeah.
But you say, I'm going to stay with it. Nothing worthwhile going after is going to be easy. But if it's worth it to stay in it, you stay in it. So I do not say to people, don't fight. Watch your level of fight. Yes, watch, because again, if a business is like, look, everybody telling you this product don't work, everybody for 10 years, maybe it's not a good business to go into, right?
Yeah.
If the iron you're trying to friction against is like, okay, it breaks every time you try, okay, maybe you don't have the proper iron to go against, right?
Yeah.
The diamond you're trying to excavate, if you cut through it and there's nothing there, maybe you don't have a diamond, pimp, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, be smart. It's a fine line, but don't just sit here just arbitrarily and say, don't fight or don't disagree or don't have conflict. And don't praise people. And the last part, I'm gonna let you jump in real quick and say your piece.
Yeah.
Do not praise this whole thing of, we never argue, we never argue, we never argue.
Exactly.
I think is so fake and phony and false.
Yes. A lot of couples, especially in social media, they show themselves, we are so perfect. Whenever the last argue we had is from 2 years ago, no. So this is not a relationship. One of the psychics said, the relationship without actually challenge, the relationship without arguing, if we can call it, there is no relationship. There is no relationship. The most important relationship, it's this crash you. It's because this connection wanna build something. So you have to destroy something to build.
Yes.
After that. This is the rules in the nature.
The nature of life.
This is the rules for everything. This is connection. So we don't want to say we want to destroy something. Destroy something.
But you said it right. We are destroying certain elements of ourselves that are not conducive to what we need to go to move forward.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
This destroy is not like we want to push down each other.
No.
Actually, we want to find our ego to be mirrored with this. We wanna destroy that person.
Right, the old
that
self.
nagging person.
Yes.
That the person with a lot of excuses to not change. So now time to change. Time to build. Time to actually join some good habits, and this partner can help you. I want to tell you guys, your partner is not your therapist. The partner is not your dad, or is not your. It's not your mama. It's not your. This is
not my daughter. Not your son. Nothing.
Exactly. This partner, it's not coming here to solve your traumas. Because I heard a lot of couples, they are said, when you go to a relationship with your partner, actually you go to a relationship with your partner's trauma. No, the trauma is your trauma. This is your responsibility to solve it. This is your responsibility to jump and dive inside in your actually fear. Because this is about you and you. So what you're doing for your trauma, for your dark side, for your fear, for your actually things you scared of. Your partner can be here to support you. Your partner cannot do nothing, because end of this road, this is about you and you. But and don't see the relationship like survivor. Oh,
Right.
I just go to relationship and start for going gym. And when I go to relationship, I start to take care of my life. When I go to relationship, that time I stop to drinking. Or when I go to relationship, I try to focus on my life. It's not working because relationship needs energy. So you want to suck the energy from the relationship, is not working because this relationship is look like, baby, you have to put a lot of energy for this one. So this is not something like open the box and this box like gives you a lot of things. Do you lose weight or earn more money or some motivation? No, this is the empty box. You have to put a lot of things inside, but which is this energy you want to put inside comes from all the time you work on yourself. And actually, when you connect with your partner, is this transfer the energy to this box is much more easier. And this process needs work. Communication needs work. Manage the relationship, it works. Like team working it works. About team working, my idea about choosing a partner was like, not I need someone just talk to him, or I need someone just I want to go gym to him with him. I don't want someone just be boyfriend. No, I said this person, it's look like my investing. I want to invest time because this is the real, because I know the value of time. Why? Because I work hard on my life. I cannot allow to myself to just be with someone just for fun for 2 years, 3 years, and after that say, now I have a different quality, I have to go. If you stay by yourself and alone, you save more than that time. So it's very important to know what you want. If you don't know what you want, you have to go. You have to put yourself at this road. If you're okay, you're okay. Well, I'm talking about someone complaining about single life and there is no good partner, there is no good man, or there is no good woman. And there is a lot of people, but the problem is you don't know how you can negotiate with this energy, because the subject of starting for relationship is totally wrong. What is your type? I want a woman sexy and good. I want a woman like I can trust her. And okay, and what do you choose? You choose the wrong person. You choose the wrong woman. You choose a person just want you just for fun. So
Talk about women.
Huh?
Talk about from a woman's standpoint, because you're a woman. Talk about how do women choose?
Yeah.
You talking about from a man's standpoint.
About even about women. Women all the time said, we want a rich man. We want someone to support us, and we want someone to, we fit like six pack, like we want this man. I want strong man. How much you are strong for you? How many times you go to the gym? How many pack you have? Pack is not a standard for being in shape, but your partner is not your toy. Your partner is not a game. This is the real shit. This is the real investing your time, your energy, and your soul. If you not use it at the correct way, it will destroy your life. It will waste your time, waste your energy, and the most important things, it will, you will lose your trust about finding a good person. You cannot trust anymore to man, because that person is not wrong. This person for you is wrong because it's not working.
Well, people lose their trust because they're projecting onto that was their fault. Like what you talked about. As a man, if you're looking for facade, beautiful, only, great butt, breasts, she'll have sex with you every day, but she has no substance, no career goals, no ambition. She only wants to live off you. And then she cheats on you. You lost trust in you because you didn't choose right. Young lady, if you choose a guy because he's only fit, only makes great money, he's the 1%er, he's probably already told you that he deals with multiple women, he has no intention of settling down, you try to change him into what you want. It's not that you don't trust men, it's the fact you don't trust yourself to make the right decision because you went on against what you know is what your core value is. Both parties, masculine, feminine, you have to deal with you first and foremost, right? Is what you're saying. It's not that you lose trust in the opposite sex, because there's no way if again, not if you are a lesbian or gay or whatever, homosexual, whatever you want to call you, whatever you are, that's what you are. If you are a person, if you're bisexual, you're bisexual. So losing trust, sexual is sexual. Being with someone and trusting an individual is a different thing. You get what I'm saying? So whatever you sexually call yourself, that's fine. But what she's talking about is trusting another individual to be a part of your life. You have to trust you first and deal with, like she said, what she said is she knows herself. She knows what she wants. Now, if for whatever crazy reason we do not happen to work out, she still can trust herself because she gave everything she could to the relationship. She's going to love another man again because she knows what she's looking for, and she's going to be a little more like anything else, just diligent in, okay, I saw these in this last one, but I may not want to, I may want to look out for this, right? But she's still going to love men. So it's not about the trust factor in the individual, it's the trust in yourself to say, hey, I'm going to be disciplined enough to give all I can respectfully in a relationship without losing myself, but still trying to give what a relationship requires, which is trust, love, and dedication to it. If it doesn't happen to work, at least I can say it didn't work out. This is why I love sports so much, because whether you're football, soccer, or football, American football, or whether you're a basketball fan, whatever you are, when you see the true excellent athletes like a Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, when you hear them talk about loss of champion or loss of a situation, they took accountability because they said, I did all I could do. Even though I lost the championship or I didn't win, I still did all I could do at that particular juncture. But I'm not going to sit here and say I don't want to play the game no more because I love the game. So you're not going to not, love another man or another woman, depending upon where you are on the spectrum. The thing is, you got to trust and learn, know yourself. And because if you don't deal with you, then that's when you feel you hurt and you're lost. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just want to throw that out there. It's not about, losing trust in anybody. It all depends on you. Everything boils back to you. The reason why she can be okay with me here, even after our argument today or our disagreement today and our disagreement before that we've had, but we have plenty of great times. That's why we're sitting here in a great situation and talking to you guys all the time, because we have more great times than we do disagreements, is because she's pure in, she's giving everything to every moment. Even when she's not happiest, she's giving everything, but then she's also giving enough to recognize, why am I not happy? I'm giving enough in my moment to recognize why I'm not happy. And it's all back to me. And I'm like, I messed that up for her. It wasn't her fault, my fault. Hey, baby, my bad. I projected. If you can do it, and again, not to be apologetic every time, but to recognize, it wasn't her, it was me. And then we dial that back eventually where it's like, I know the me's are going to be less, and that way I can accept her for who she is and we can all be good. You know what I'm saying? What do you think, baby?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You finished the word, but we said everything we need. Thank you so much.
So I just want to say this. She looks amazing in this black dress and these glasses. I just got to say that because these glasses, I'm loving them.
Who bought this to me?
No, she picked them out, and she picked them out because she had blue glasses and pink glasses. She chose these last, but these glasses are amazing on her.
Yeah, because I know which kind of things suit to me.
Yeah, and you did a great job.
To know that.
But she looks amazing, and I'm so happy to be here in this beautiful environment, background, and place. We are happy to share this with you guys. Comment. We want to talk to you, hear your point of view, your perspective, what we're saying. Go ahead, what you got to say?
I think, yeah, talk to us.
Talk to you guys soon. To me, to you, thank you guys for joining us. We'll talk to you guys again shortly.
Bye.